A roar from the Prenton Park crowd. And after recording their fourth successive league win at the weekend, attention switches to the Carabao Cup for Leicester City, with a fixture that will evoke memories for many Leicester City fans. The last time City lifted this trophy was at the start of the millennium, and Tranmere provided the opposition in what was a famous 2-1 Wembley win. The only other meeting between these two sides in this competition also ended 2-1, and City went on to lift the trophy that season as well. That was in 1963. Tranmere have also lost their last two league games. Tonight's 11 shows 4 changes from the weekend loss at Notts County. It includes in goal, where 42-year-old Joe Murphy replaces regular number 1 Luke McGee. Murphy was in goal for that League Cup final between these two sides, and he was beaten by those two iconic Matt Elliott headers. Elsewhere, Dan Pike even makes his Rovers debut after joining on a short-term deal. Last season's leading goal scorer Josh Hawkes also starts, along with Sam Taylor, who was one of the goal scorers in round 1. Enzo Maresca's side shows 6 changes from the victory at South Yorkshire against Rotherham just 3 days ago. Cesare Cazadei makes his first City start after 2 impressive substitute appearances. Stolarczyk, Justin, Vardy, Albrighton and Chowdhury are the other 5 to come into the starting 11, while new signing Yunus Akgun is on the bench. Also on the bench, Kelechi Iheanacho and Wilfred Ndidi. They were the goal scorers in the first round at Burton. Jamie Vardy skippering Leicester tonight, hands on hips, over the ball, lays it back to Harry Winks. Alongside him, Hamza Chowdhury, who will play that inverted full-back role. Callum Doyle at left-back with Wout Faes and James Justin forming that Leicester City defence. Mark Albrighton on the right side also started at Burton, laying the ball back to Jakub Stolarczyk. Ball is on the far side. Doyle, lovely ball. It's Dewsbury Hall down the left of the penalty area. Tried to pull back to Vardy. In the way was the skipper Tom Davis, and then a shot was fizzed in from Winks after Tranmere tried to clear their lines but clearly didn't, and Winks taking up the invitation to smash one goalwards.
Cazadei trying to get close to his man, but a lovely little turn gets Tranmere away down that right hand side, but a well-timed challenge in the end from Chowdhury.
Well, Dewsbury Hall has read the back header from Jennings and has whipped it away over on that left hand side. 3 in the middle, joining Dewsbury Hall. He's on the edge of the area, coming in onto his right foot. A shot that's looped over the bar, doesn't trouble Joe Murphy. Ironic cheers from the crowd, but it's Leicester who have had a couple of efforts towards that goal in the opening 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, good opportunity there. He does well, Keenan Dewsbury Hall, to begin with. You know, gets away from the defender down that left-hand channel. Yeah, it's good front foot defending there from Chowdhury. Tranmere with a little bit of time and space to move the ball again from one side to the other. And as it goes down the line, Hamza on the front foot, charging forward, wins it cleanly.
Albrighton has got Cazadei in behind down the right, a pull back that was blocked by Jordan Turnbull at the near post. Did have Vardy lurking behind with real intent, but the run from Cazadei, superb. The pass even better. Yeah,
superb bit of play again. Albrighton this time providing the pass for the run of Cazadei.
It's Hamza Chowdhury to take the throw, gather a bit of pace on the far side to try and get it up the field, but it was returned with interest straight to Wout Faes on the edge of the box. His clearance straight to Jennings. Tranmere trying to move it to the left, and then Dan Pike on his debut. Well, that would have impressed. 30 yards out, right-footed, has hit a screamer. Fortunately, Stolarczyk's positioning was great, and he was in front of the ball to push it away.
Yeah, it was a fair shot, wasn't it, from Pike? Tranmere trying to probe, predominantly down the right-hand side, it has to be said, even though the shot came from the left back, that, you know, stung the hands of Stolarczyk.
Flick on from Jennings, and then an early effort from Josh Hawkes, who saw Stolarczyk a good way off his line, went for the attempted lob. He just didn't catch it cleanly enough. Stolarczyk backtracking. It was a comfortable save, but again, nervous moments for the Leicester fans.
Yeah, clever little flick on, wasn't it, from Jennings to find Hawkes, and he's tried to go for the big lob from about 25-30 yards out.
Albrighton again on corner duties. Dewsbury Hall has offered a shorter option. Jamie Vardy lurking on the 6-yard line. Wout Faes and Callum Doyle on the edge of the box, and they've made their runs now. Cassaday's header is over. It was clean contact. He was able to bustle himself beyond the Tranmere defenders that had been trying to watch his run. Albrighton's delivery was right onto the head of the young Italian, but his header firmly placed above the bar.
So hopefully this will just, get Leicester in the shape.
Cassaday was looking for the early release to Vardy, but it was intercepted. Merritt finding Hawks. It's on the left for Tranmere. Taylor's made a diagonal run. Jennings missed control, but then the shot coming in. A snapshot from Kieran Morris, 20 yards out, left-footed, caught first time, and Stolarczyk having to dive low to his left. It was a save you would expect to make, but it was still an important stopper at a crucial time in this game. Doyle on the left, midway inside the Tranmere half. Lovely turn by Wanya Marcel, and it will bounce in his favour. Looks as though he'd lost it, but he's away down the left-hand side. He's got 3 inside the penalty area. Checks back onto his right foot. He's got Ricardo on the edge of the box, just slightly behind him, but he brings it under control. Slides one into Yunus, then Cassaday, first time out to Ndidi. A low-driven ball off the post, in! Wilfred Ndidi, 2-in-2 in the Carabao Cup. And that was a finish that kissed the post and rolled over the line. It was agonising for Joe Murphy, but it's delight for Leicester and for Wilfred Ndidi. The Carabao Cup is a competition he's enjoying this season. Patient build-up, lovely one-touch football. And Ndidi, it may have been a cross, who knows, but in the end it's ended up in the back of the net, and Leicester have broken the deadlock at Printon Park.
Well, that's a great finish if he's meant it for Wilfred Ndidi. That's a proper half volley into the far bottom corner. All started off on this left-hand side. And it's at that point when he pushes it past the full-back, can he find the pass? Instead he has another touch and just unfortunately pushes it too far and out for a goal kick.
Cassaday receiving a throw and immediately sending the ball out to Yunus on the right touchline, down the line to Ndidi. He's on the byline, he sends a ball in, Vardy's header, and it's 2 in quick succession for Leicester City, and it's Jamie Vardy from close range, heading in his first goal of this season. Again, it was brilliantly worked, and at the centre of it was the debutant Yunus, who just set one up to this near side, and Vardy in space was never going to miss. Tranmere 0, Leicester 2.
Yeah, free header at the far post. This time, Sean Cassaday, lovely driven pass out the far right-hand side, and Yunus. And then it's Wilfred Ndidi again making that defence split and run down the inside right channel. Just keep doing the right things. Try and get the third.
Stolarczyk allows Jennings to come towards him before sending the ball down the centre of the field. It's been returned by Davis, and a shot with the outside of the right boot from Jennings, just outside the penalty area, trying to loop one goalwards, but it was up and over the bar and in the Kop end to our right side.
Yeah, well, it's a long pass, isn't it, from Stolarczyk to try and find Jamie Vardy, and it was far too high. Easy one for the defender to win. But then Leicester just slowed it, to try and engage in that second ball.
Chowdhury will play the ball back to Stolarczyk, who will find Callum Doyle on this left-hand side. Onto Wanya Marcel, tried to play it through the legs of Yarni, came back to Doyle. Cassaday making the run forward on the left. Vardy, brilliant turn. Jamie Vardy just couldn't quite get there before Joe Murphy. You come sliding out on the skiddy surface. The turn was classic Vardy, left the defender in his way, but the touch was just too heavy, and it gave Murphy the advantage to grab the ball.
Yeah, it was unlucky. Again, a lovely little pass down the inside left from Callum Doyle to find Cassaday. And he in return just plays it inside to Vardy. He does that little spin, tries to take the ball with him. As you say, Joe Murphy just equal to that one, just slightly overrun from Vardy.
And Vardy did leave a foot in accidentally, but here Murphy
I think he was frustrated because if that had came off, that would have been a classic. Well, better than a classic.
Cassaday's header forward close to the halfway line, and Ndidi was beaten by a sliding Chris Merry to the ball, and it's fallen here to Cassaday, able to get out of a tricky situation to find Vardy. It's onto Wanya Marcel, left of the penalty area, onto his right foot, shot blocked by Davis, and Ndidi is there, tries to chip the ball over Murphy. It's still inside the penalty area, and Ndidi again. Murphy has grabbed it at the the second, maybe even the third attempt, and Leicester were very close to finding a third, and Ndidi nearly on the score sheet again.
Well, there were 6s and 7s there, weren't they, Tranmere, for a moment? They managed to get themselves out of trouble, but...
Here's Vardy, and he's into space. Jamie Vardy squares it to Yunus, and he got there with his left foot and tried to clip it into the bottom corner, and a number of Tranmere bodies in front of him. It certainly wasn't an easy task, and in the end it's just drifted wide, and Vardy, very unselfish, in a promising position.
Yeah, good play from Leicester, you know, just putting the pressure on.
Roll through to Joe Murphy, who seems to be having a bit of fun with the Leicester fans, and vice versa. At the left-hand side of the ground as Murphy clips one up to this near side. Yarni's header forward. Tranmere about to make another change. As Davis wins the aerial ball against Vardy, and both Chowdhury and Ndidi missed the ball that seemed to be bouncing in their favour before Doyle clips one down the line, and Vardy's got himself in front of Davis, left-hand side. No one in the penalty area at the moment. Vardy will hold things up as he comes in the box. Tees it up for Ndidi. Brilliant save by Joe Murphy. Hit firm and true towards the top of the goal. Vardy then tries to square it to Cassidy. But back there defending was Merry, and Tranmere can clear their lines. And Ndidi close again to his second of this game. Really good strike. Maybe just needed to be slightly higher in the corner. I'm not sure Murphy would have got there. As it was a good save by the experienced goalkeeper. It's the Leicester fan serenading Enzo Maresca in the final moments of this game. Far side of the field, Tranmere with possession. Jennings, who was given the sponsors man of the match. The Tranmere bias to that one, as it's played back to Davis, who's come forward again, the defender. Awkwardly, he plays it left-footed back to this right side to Yarni, who's facing up to the 18-yard box. Goes back to Davis. The ball towards Dennis is away, and that's full time. And Leicester City have made progression through to the third round of the Carabao Cup, thanks to two quick-fire goals. The first from Wilfred and Ndidi, a neat finish 55 minutes in. 3 minutes later, Jamie Vardy off the mark for the season. A close-range header following a ball in from Wilfred and Ndidi, term provider. And Ndidi had two opportunities to make it three. Yunus as well on his debut had an opportunity, but Leicester striding into round three. Full time here at Prenton Park. Tranmere 0, Leicester City 2.